Hello YouTube and welcome to AGT Racer. This race is around Catalonia and it is part of the Drivers Room Championship. If you want to sign up next year, please see MJRMERCER for more details. Okay, in this race, for the championship we have Des in first with 64 points, Snips with 51, Mac 47, Muller 40, Gadget 39, and the choice of cars are GRB, GR3 road cars. In first place in the Alpha we have Tesla, who's racing with softs. Then we have Gadget in the Atenza on mediums. This is a 40-minute race, so there will be many pit stops. Jogger in third in the Alpha with mediums. In the Corvette you have Mac with racing hards, so very split at the front. You have fifth place Muller in the Alpha on softs, and Awesome Alex on racing softs in the Corvette. Beautiful liveries by all the guys there. Jules is in seventh with racing hards. And in the Atenza you have Daz with racing hards. Then Mangino in the Corvette with racing hards. MJRMERCER in the Mustang on racing medium. And then you have Fours with racing softs in the Evo, the only GRB car on the track. Let's see how he gets on. Bullet is in the Corvette on racing hards. And then you've got Rocker also in the Corvette, a very popular car in the racing mediums. You've got Nightmare Racer qualified in 14th on the softs. Then you have myself in the Mustang on racing medium. And you've got IRS POW in the Corvette on racing softs. So okay, as we get the race underway, now the last race, first corner. That Monza was an absolute disaster. Cars smashed off everywhere. Let's see how we can get on through this first corner. As Desla's still in front, just Gadget is right beside him. Which one's going to have the power going into the first corner? Gadget's going to have the inside. It all looks fairly smooth. He seems to have taken the inside there. Desla's in front. You've got Gadget, then Mac round the outside, followed by Awesome Alex and a Knee Jogger following. We will go back and look at the start from different angles shortly, but there you've got Alex going on the inside of Hit the Mac now. Ooh, he pulled left there, gave him a little nudge. Was that on purpose or did he just lose a bit of grip there? Anyway, that's given Mac the position, and now he's got Knee Jogger on the inside with Alex going slightly wide there. Muller's on the back of Knee Jogger now. Okay, as we look from a little bit further down in the grid, I want to try and go through the grid a little bit more. Oh, and IRS has he jumped the start there, so he's going to start quite far behind now. As we all go into the first corner, I don't believe that. Oh, there's a little bit of contact at the end there with Rocker and myself, but I think everybody else are near enough around quite well. A bit of overtaking going on there. I believe Mangino was at them making. Look at that, 4 wide going through that corner there. Mangino on the outside. How he's managed to keep a grip and stay alongside them. Very good driving. And as we have a look again now, but this time from Bullet's perspective, he's in the Corvette with the armour. Great move by Mangino on the outside then. Let's have a look towards the back. Yeah, there's a little nudge from Rocker, nothing too major. Bullet makes up, Mercer doesn't have a great start, but he's got the inside line there. He's going round the outside of Bullet and of Daz. It's all very cramped up at the back. Great driving, 3 abreast all through. Now let's have another look, and we'll probably continue all the way down there. Look at the start, I just missed that. The start that Mac had, he just flew off the line there. Little bit of a nudge to the outside, but they're all safely through. Look at the difference starting at the back. Now for jumping the start, very important not to. Knee jogger goes a little bit wide. Now look at the action coming through here. At the front you've got Gadget. Don't forget you had the 4 wide and 3 wide further down in the pack. So Tesla has a very good start there, getting out of the way of all the squabbling and the fighting behind. Awesome Alex going, yeah, oh, I think he just clipped the curb there actually. Clipped the curb and then that's shook his car to the left. But very wide there, I don't think he had a choice. Let's get quite punched up now between 2nd and 6th. See how the Corvettes do with the Alphas and the Atenza. Want to go through the pack a little bit more this race, give everyone a mention. As you can see, they're still fighting all through the pack. Jules going on the inside of Mangino there. Can he make the position stick? Yes, very tight through there. He gives Mangino a little nudge out. Daz jumps in front of Mangino, and then now you've got Mangino being chased down by Mercer in the Mustang. And the 2 Corvettes battling there, Bullet and Nightmare Racer. Bullet goes slightly wide now. All safely through the first lap. Well done guys. IRS has managed to catch up to the back of the pack now. Oh, Bullet's had a mistake. He's gone wide at the grass. He loses a position to myself now. Just got the drive where he's lost it. Will he lose any more positions? Is IRS going to overtake him? Or Rocker? Seems to be okay now. Look at the distance Tesla's gaining on everyone now. And Gadget's made a lot of that gap up. Awesome Alex trying to pull away with Hit the Mac right behind him. But he's being chased down by 2 Alphas and an Evo. The Alphas side by side. Is Muller going to take it? No. Forza's having a look on the inside, on the outside, but he should have the inside line coming into this next corner. I think Muller will have to give that position away. Look, and they both do it. Will Muller try and sneak on the inside now? Just well blocked there by Forza. They are side by side now. He's riding with Forza. Oh, he just goes a little bit wide, opening the door for Muller. He's come down the straight to the sharp left. He's gone defensive now. Forza, Muller's on the outside, but he should have the inside line coming up this now. No, the power of the Evo there. He hasn't made that position stick. And Knee Jogger must have had an error because I believe Forza has overtaken him now. We go through the pack a little bit, 12th and 13th there. Racer and myself. Rocker did overtake Bullet during that lap. Too much action to try and capture in the first lap. As you see Dessler now, he's at full straight in front of the back. It's only the beginning of the third lap. The first 2 are pulling away from the rest of the pack. Forza has a bit of a slide there with Knee Jogger chasing him down in the Alpha, followed by Jules. 5 cars now battling, then another pack of 2. Then you got Mercer joining that pack with another 2 behind them. And look at that, we've got Muller having a look on Jules now. He's managed to make the inside stick. The Alpha just very good traction round the corners. Much better than the Mustang, but the Mustang will have the power down the back straight. And very different tyre strategies going all through the pack now. So the Nightmare Racer running a little bit wide there. We are catching up a little bit on Mercer. Everybody very much in single file. Although Bully did have a little bit of a wobble there, just losing little bits of time. So at the front you've got, don't forget, Dessler on the softs. In the Alpha. Probably have to pit after around about 4, maximum 5 laps, depending on how the tyre wear is. Fuel on number 1 will probably last around about 7 to 8 at a push if you're very careful. Gadget's got the fastest lap now with a 152. And he's on the mediums. Alex is burning his tyres away there if you had a look on the softs. And who's that? That's Fours having a look now on Mac. He's got the inside line. He just couldn't make it stick. Heavy braking now for him. He's right behind Matt now on the Evo. There's 4 cars now battling for 4th place. 2 Alphas are having a scrap behind. Mac trying to be very wide now through these corners. Leaves a little bit of room. Ghosted out. Oh, and Jogger's had enough. He's just thinking, get out of the way. He wants to hear some of this action. There's 3 now going into the tight left. Someone has to give way there. Mac does. The Evo runs wide. Mac has got the inside line coming into the complicated S's. Great job by Fours there. Great overtaking. Jogger did a superb job getting himself into 4th. These are battling behind Fours. Muller having a look on the inside. Oh, a little bit of connection there. I think Muller hit Mac and then he moved out of the way to reduce the damage and then hit Fours. Nothing too major. Mac's sliding now. The Evo's left tyre's gone. We're going to see anybody pitting. Look from the back of Fours. There's a right chain from Mac now. The pits with different strategies should shake things up as Muller goes into the pits. Mac now being chased down by Fours. Jules catching him up on the with the Mustang. He's having a look on the inside now. He's Fours. Ooh, he's just shut the door on him. I don't know if Mac outbroke himself there, but a great overtake by Fours. Got Mangino and Mercer, Rocker and myself having a battle for 11th. Trying to have a look on the inside. Very clean racing. Rocker is going to have the inside for this corner. I'll try and stick it wide and then put it in. There's a battle behind us as well for 13th. Rocker just had the better exit from the corner. Slide in there. Tyres are starting to wear. I'll pull it on the hards. Very wide there. Muller now into 14th, but he should have the fresher tyres. Look at that, it's easy. The grip he's got and the Alpha's got extreme. Oh no, he's pushed it too much. He's had a little bit of a spin there. That drops him down into 15th place. Looks like Nightmare Racer pitted as well, and now he's on fresh mediums. Muller didn't want that. As we look at Des now, really pushing those soft tyres. And mediums for Gadget, mediums for Knee Jogger. Awesome Alex, his tyres are absolutely to pieces now. They're pushing it now on these tyres, too much. And look at that, as Fours has a look on the inside there over Daz on the Atenza. Fours' tyres completely shut. I believe there'll be a lot of pits this at the end of this lap. Daz on the hards now. The battle three-way with Mercer coming up. Even looks like he's struggling with his tyre grip there for us. Trying hard, he goes very wide there, braking and trying hard. Leaves the door open a little bit for Mangino. Trying to get that extra lap out of the tyres, but you got to make sure you don't lose too much time. Look how close he is, Mangino. He's had to go defensive for us. He's going to leave him vulnerable. Mangino, he just couldn't make it stick. As we have a look now with the first place guys, I think we'll probably finish this and then we'll go back. Look at the tyres on Fours now. He has to pit this lap. Will Mangino and Mercer follow him, or will they stay out? Will we go through the real tight chicane at the end? Yep, sensible decision from Fours. We'll skip back now and see what happened at the front. If you notice, Gadget's made up a lot of distance on Dessler now. Dessler's tyres are completely shot. Gadget's on the mediums, going over the bump there. So he's managed to make those tyres do great work for him. Lost it at the start, but as the softs started to wear away and the mediums kicked in, he's used less fuel as well, Gadget. Now let's see who comes out. Des did come in first. And it's Gadget's out. Gadget's now on the softs. He's going to just fly away. He's probably put less fuel in, fly away, do 4 or 5 laps, and then come back in, gives a Knee Jogger the position in first, but everyone has to pit. Look at that, Des is now down into 6th. Lost a lot of space there, but he has got the traction coming through there. Look at that, flying through that corner. He's on the softs, but he put a lot of fuel in, a lot more fuel in than Gadget. He just flew past Daz. Daz on the hards. Now he's chasing down the Mustang. Mustang goes slightly wide. Oh, he has a bit of a shake there. He touched the curb. Des is flying now. He needs to bridge that gap between Gadget. Jules losing a little bit more time. The battle there for 5th. We've got a battle here for 7th. Hard tyres doing well for Mangino so far. He's got Mercer all over the back of him. Mustango's got the power later on in the end of the end of a straight, but up to then it's relatively similar through 3rd and 4th gears between the Corvette and the Mustang. As Daz has taken the position from Jules. Oh, he runs very wide, late braking there. Jules sticks to the line. Can he make it stick though? Look at that. Oh, he has to cut the corner, Daz. And Jules goes in front of him now. Unlucky there for Daz. Good work from Jules. As you see, Des in the foreground there. And Mac and Nijog are in now, into the pits. So Gadget's in first, Des is in second. He's caught a little bit of time up, but Gadget is flying. Jules in third, still on the hard tyres, and Daz on the hard tyres. Maybe another couple of laps for those guys on the hard tyres with the fuel, after pit for the fuel. Very many different strategies going on through this race. Myself, I had a medium, soft medium. As you can see, the front runners have changed it up as well. Look at this battle going on for fifth. What these guys should do is not battle too much, try and work together and catch up Jules and Daz. You got Mustang, Atenza, Corvette, Mustang. Tyres are starting to go on the hards, but still got to do a couple of laps worth of, or a lap or so of fuel. Unless they feel they're losing too much time. Mercer on the mediums, there's not too much difference in the tyre wear between the medium and the hard for Mangino and Mercer. Unless Mercer's just been looking after his tyres better. Knee jogger in 7th on the fresh mediums. Awesome Alex on fresh softs. On the hard, Bullet not pitted yet. His fuel is almost depleted. And you've got Force trying to bully himself around to the outside of Mac. Good battling by these guys through those complicated S's. Nightmare Race, so we have a look at towards the back. As you see, Muller still hasn't been able to recover. He was doing quite well as well. Mangino's in the pits, with Mercer in the pits. And this is a battle for so far 9th place. Let's see where the other guys come out in the pits. Mercer's come out just in front of them, with Mangino doing very well in the pits. Looks like Mercer lost a lot of time there. Was Ride with Nightmare Racer looking at Muller. You're going to have Mercer on the fresh tyres, so he'll want to put in as much fast time as he can. He needs to try and catch Mangino back up. Look at Muller going on the inside. Racer leaves the door open for him, has a little wobble. His tyres are starting to deplete, may come in this lap or next. And great move on the outside by Muller. Rocker's going to have the position on him as well. He's on the inside. He's having a nightmare of a race, his Nightmare Racer. So far, look at that. Lost 2 positions on a couple of corners, and now he could be a 3rd. Mercer on the fresh tyres all over the back of him. Oh, was there a bit of a nudge there? I don't know. Could have just been camera angle. He's gone a defensive Nightmare Racer. We've got Jules in the pits. Mercer couldn't get that to stick there. Doing very well with this defensive driving racer. Just couldn't hold the grip. Mercer's taken it. He's ran wide. Mercer will want to be flying now. Once these guys out of the way to do their pit so he can catch Mangino up. And sensibly their racer comes in, grab some new boots. Muller may need to pit soon as Daz comes out of the pits and Jules comes out of the pits. Daz is in front of Rocker, Jules is behind Rocker. Obviously they're both on the fresh tyres. Muller may need to pit again. His fuel's looking depleted, his tyres, well, Daz went wide there. Rocker's had a nightmare. I'm not sure what happened, unless he was getting rid of a penalty. He's lost 3 positions, or maybe he's thinking he doesn't want to battle these just yet. Mercer all over the back of Jules. They're both on fresh tyres. Jules a little bit fresher. Both in the Mustang. Be down to skill. A tighter line from Mercer. While Jules was on the hards. So Mercer technically should have the grip through the corners. If you look down the pack now. Got IRS on the softs. Bullet there with these fresh tyres. And Nightmare Racer at the back with his fresh tyres. Gadget flying now. First and second place. Different class so far around this track in these cars. Maybe overall, who knows. Knee jogger in the Alpha going through the first test. Alex flying, his tyres look depleted. Ooh, held that well. Really pushing that car now. And Mac on the hards. And look at this now. 1, 2, 3, 5 cars in a battle now for 6th place. Mangino on the racing hards. Everyone behind him has pitted. Who could be in the battle. Rocker seems to be dropping off slightly. Revived with Daz, with Mercer all over the back of Jules. Really wants to get past. Jules blocking very well. It's gone defensive line. It's gone a little bit wide. Will this give Mercer the chance, or did he shut the door? Slight contact there, just letting them both know they're both there. Mercer does have the inside line, but he doesn't have the power, the drive to come through. As we've got Gadgets in the pit for gives Desler the first place. Mercer's all over the back of him. He just can't get through him. He's having a look now. No. Look, they're right on the back of Mangino and Daz. As it stands now, you got Dessler in first, Gadget in second. Dessler may need to pit though, this lap or next. Then Knee Jogger in third, Mangino in sixth, Daz seventh, Jules eighth, Mercer in ninth, Rocker in 10th. Look at that now. He had a real good drive through that last corner. Mercer, he's gone for the overtake with the Villa Slipstream as well. He's got the inside line. As he's got the inside line, Daz has got the inside line on Mangino. Mercer takes the position. Daz couldn't take the position from Mangino. Great driving from all. Look at this four-way driving now. They're all having a look at each other. It's all mental games going on during this race for these four drivers. Who's got what tyres? Have probably been trying to work that out. Clocking when they've been in the pits, trying to go on the outside, trying to get the hard tyres working. Mercer on his mediums, he needs to get those mediums working while they can to take some positions from these guys. And there's neck and neck coming into the tight left-hander as you got Dessler came into the pits. Gadget's out in first now. And look at that, Daz going on the outside. Good driving by Mangino. It looks like Daz might... No, he doesn't. He can't. Just too tight going through these corners. Looks like Daz, that was Daz offline, or look at that whole lap, right behind each other. There's less than a second separating these guys. We're riding with Mangino now. Tender's starting to catch a slipstream. I don't think he's going to be able to make it coming into the S's. Oh, he runs very wide there. A bit of late braking. Mercer ran slight wide, but he's managed to take the position from Daz, and Daz loses it to Jules as well. One mistake, that's how close the racing with these four guys is. One mistake, 2 positions gone. Jules going very wide there. Wants to try and get the drive through here, knowing Daz is right beside him. Is Daz going to have a look? No, it's too far. It's like a train of cars here, there's nothing between them. Very smooth driving. As Mercer goes to the outside, Mangino has to defend. Can he make the defence stick as Daz tries to have a look on the inside? It's just too tight through there. There's not enough room for 2. A little nudge from Daz to Jules. They're all trying at a slight different angle, slight different braking, accelerating just to try and squeeze past, and Mercer goes quite wide there. Does he give Jules the inside line? Jules just that too tight there. I think he touched the grass slightly. And now he is starting to pick up the slipstream. Now he's getting rid of some penalty, giving Daz a position. Daz taking the position for 7th. At the front you've still got Gadget, Des and Knee Jogger. As we look now at 4s, he wants to join that battle. And Muller there, up into 10th. And Alex all the way down into 11th. Rocker in 12th. Ooh, sliding there from Nightmare Racer. Giving IRS reducing the gap to IRS. He's all over the back of him. He's gone for the inside line coming into the right hand corner. He nudges him slightly wide, or Nightmare Racer went slightly wide. IRS has got fresh soft tyres though. As Knee Jogger comes into the pits. There's myself in 15th. Fresh mediums, full tank of fuel, hards for a bullet with a real full tank of fuel. Gadget flying now in first place. He's almost coming up to the back markers. As you got Mac and Knee Jogger in the pits. I think Knee Jogger might come out before him. Oh, Mangino has overtaken him as we're riding with Des. Knee Jogger coming into the first corner, having a single race on his own at the moment. He's on the racing mediums. We've got Mercer with all the pit stops in 4th, but these guys will have to pit again. It's going to be approximately 20-21 laps, so 5 laps to go. Same for Mangino, unless they can make the fuel last. Look at Daz having a shot down on the inside now. It will give Mangino the inside coming into this next corner. Jules having a look round. He's managed to get on the inside. He can't go through abreast coming into these complicated S's. Look at that driving skill there. No contact between them. Pure skill. Entertaining for the day. Look how close they are. Oh, Jules just went slightly wide. Give him a little bit of drive coming through there. Does give Mangino a nudge. Jules might looks like he's got the inside line. No. Just giving Mercer a little chance to pull away. His tyres did look a little bit more worn as he's on the mediums. Right behind him now, does he? But the power of the Ford, will they both be able to slipstream Mangino? Look how fast that Ford's going now as Daz has a look on the inside. No, Jules can't make it. Daz has made it through though. Great overtake from Daz. Mangino into 6th. He's got Jules over the back of him. He's managed to take the place back from Daz now. They're side by side going in, and Jules has joined. He's going for the threesome on the outside. Mangino is in the inside line. Daz manages to hold it in the centre of the track, defending it very well. He'll jump in the racing line now to get round this corner. Jules really desperate to pass Mangino there. And Gadget's in the pits again. This is going to be his final stop. Mangino looks like his fuel's going to run out if he doesn't pit. Desler's jumped into first place, but we're sticking with the action here for the moment. And Muller in 8th. His fuel's almost depleted, with Mack right behind him in 9th. You can see the squabble at the front with the 4 guys. As Gadget comes out of the pits, where does he come out? He's still in 2nd, behind Des. He's on softs until with 3/4 of a tank till the end of the race. So there's a battle with Muller and Mack. Oh, Muller goes wide. Mack on those hards now. He's going to go to the end of the race. I believe Muller will have to stop. Fresher tyres. You can see the difference even with the handling of the Alpha. He's going to have to stop, Muller. He's almost run out of fuel. His tyres are depleted. You got Alex catching now. Alex might be going to the end of the race. Fours is definitely. Mangino is in the pits. Now Mangino's come out of the pits. You got Rocker and IRS there. They may need to pit. They might be able to make it last. Myself in 14th. Yep, Muller is in the pits. And looking at Nightmare Racer, he's fueled up to the end of the race now. Will Des pit this lap, or will he try and do another lap? Might be sensible for him to come in this lap, put some fresh tyres on, top up the fuel. No, he decides to stay out. He must know that Gadget's going to be storming now. You would see that he's on softs. Jugger running smoothly in 3rd. Daz up into 4th. Jules in 5th. Pack is spread out a little bit. I think Daz will need to pit again, but looking at the fuel, could be very close. The same for Jules. Slight cut of the corner there. Mack Trying to... oh, Daz has come in the pits. And Jules has come in the pits. Giving Mac in fourth. So Daz was in front of Jules. Will Mercer, they were having a battle with Mercer and Mangino. Will Mercer and Mangino, Mercer's already overtaken them now. But Mercer may need to pit. Let's watch out for Mangino. Yep, Mangino's overtaking them. No, he hasn't. Read that wrong. Was it with Mangino? Chasing down fours. He's going to have the fresh tyres though. He really needs to get past fours if he wants to chase down Jules and Daz. They're on the racing softs right to the end. As Des has to come in the pits now, giving Gadget the first place back. Mercer on the softs. He's done well in the pits. He doesn't need to stop again. So you got Mercer, Daz, Jules and Mangino spread out now. As you can see, Nijago is not too far behind Des. Des will have the fresher tyres though. You can see him in the background now. Don't know if he'll be able to catch him up. But you never know. A couple of mistakes from Des. As we look at Nightmare Racer. He's at the back. He hasn't had a good race today. You got Rocker in 15th. I know this wasn't an easy track. It's not my favourite track at all. I'm struggling with tyres. During the last few laps my tyres were struggling. I had to fuel save. Bullet is in 13th. And IRS is in the pits for his final stop. He'll be blitzing some fuel. Will I be able to overtake Bullet coming down into the first corner? I've got the power but I haven't got the tyres. And then breathing down my neck you've got Rocker. Look at Gadget in the background there. He's going to come into play and we'll have the blue flags wave soon. Look at that, I'm just struggling with the tyres all over the place there. Trying not to give the position away to Rocker, and also try and take the position from... Look at Rocker going on the outside. We're catching up on Bullet. I'll go for the inside line. Bullet's holding the position well. Rocker's really wanting to come flying past us. Bullet has an issue there, giving me the chance to go on the inside line on this tight left. But my tyres are just too gone. And Bullet's has his position back. I don't think it'll be long before Rocker overtakes myself. You can see I'm struggling there with Rocker on a much fresher tyres as Bullet hasn't had a mistake there. I've followed Bullet off, giving Rocker the chance now. Only advantage is the power of the Ford. I go defensive, but it gives Rocker the inside line. The easy move for him, the fresher tyres. Great move by Rocker now. Can he chase down Bullet? As Forza has had to pit just before last couple of laps left, maybe last lap left. You can see how much I was holding Rocker up there. I'm dropping off the back of this pack. IRS on the fresh tyres, he's chasing it behind me now. And Bullet has a little wobble. Can Rocker overtake him? Both in the same car. Tyre strategy slightly different. He's got the inside line. Great overtake so far from Rocker. He defends the third corner. He's already pulling away from Bullet now. As we join a battle again with Mercer and Daz. Ooh, in the background you have Alex sliding all over the place. He's broken up the pack of 4. Got Jules chasing Alex down. Look at the state of his wheels. His left tyre's gone completely. He's almost run out of fuel. He's really pushing this car now as Jules overtakes him to get 7th position. How is he managing to stay on the... Look at that. Sliding all over the place. No grip in that car at all. Is his fuel going to make it to the round the last lap? Got Mangino there. Muller in 10th. Fours in 11th. Rocker in 12th. Bullet in 13th. Myself in 14th so far. Final lap. You're probably going to lose it to... Oh, and Nightmare Racer goes wide there. As Gadget with me struggling. My aim was not to be lapped, but I did get lapped. Gadget into first place there. I'm being a battle with IRS and managed to defend that for 14th. Des now in second place. Good drive from those guys there. Knee-jogger sliding round those last few corners. Great drive for him to be in third place, and then you've got Mac in 4th. Super driving. This gives the championship 82 points for Des, with Mac in 59, Gadget with 57, Snips is on 51, Muller on 41, Mercer on 34. As we're with Mac now, and look at Mercer still battling Daz right to the end, almost out of fuel. Is he going to be able to take him? He's got the drive. Very tight line from Mercer there, but he is drifting wide. The power of the Ford should you be able to do before the line. So 5th for Mercer, 6th for Daz. Superb racing there, guys. So remember, if you want to join, please see MJR Mercer. Thank you.